Well, 2.5 years in, are the lies of Joe Biden finally starting to catch up with him? With the American economy cratering, energy prices at record highs, watch out Australia, we're next, and no one believing that any of this is really simply the fault of Vladimir Putin or Donald Trump or racism or climate change or whatever the current thing is this week, maybe monkeypox, people are starting to look at the man who is, sorry, let me try this with a straight face, the man who is in charge of the Oval Office. That is to say, Joe Biden and indeed the entire intellectually bankrupt so-called elite leadership class that are propping him up. Here's an example of this. Now, the other day, Joe Biden wrote or signed off on or was told about after his nap an opinion piece appearing under his name in the Wall Street Journal. And in it, he wrote these words, quote, "A dozen CEOs of America's largest utility companies told me earlier this year that my plan would reduce the average family's annual utility bills by $500 and accelerate our transition from energy produced by autocrats." Well, not so fast. Even the Washington Post, which until very recently has been the modern-day corporate Pravda of the Biden administration, found this to be too much. Their fact checker, the reliably left-biased Glenn Kessler, awarded Biden's claims 4 Pinocchios, pointing out that there was no reference to the savings in the transcript of the meeting with the utility executives, nor in the readout either, and that, in fact, most of the cost reductions he's referring to come from the reduced cost of driving and are expected to kick in around 2030 when Biden will be out of office and will probably not be allowed to drive anymore anyway. Anyway, in the meantime, though, high energy prices are actually a feature, not a bug for Joe Biden and the Democrats. Have a look at this.
When it comes to the gas prices, we're going through an incredible transition that is taking place that, God willing, when it's over, will be stronger and the world will be stronger and less reliant on fossil fuels when this is over. This is going to be a haul. This is going to take some time.
Yeah, it'll be a haul, all right. But anyway, if he's not lying about big things, Joe Biden is lying about small things. And again, the lies are starting to catch up with him. Have a listen to Joe Biden addressing the U.S. Naval Academy graduation recently, where he made a pretty big claim.
I was appointed to the Academy in 1965.
Really, Mr. President, you were appointed to the prestigious U.S. Naval Academy at Annapolis in 1965. Well, great, except there's no record that anyone could find of this thus far. Joe Biden's 2008 autobiography called Promises to Keep, there's a title right out of Orwell, does not mention the Naval Academy. Others have pointed out that the U.S. military was heavily involved in the Vietnam War by the mid-1960s, and had Joe Biden attended the Academy, he would have had to serve in the Navy upon graduation. Great, except that Biden received 5 student draft deferments during his 4 years at the University of Delaware and subsequent 3 years at the Syracuse University College of Law. Now, this created some awkward moments for new White House flack Karine Jean-Pierre, who had to claim that she didn't hear Joe Biden's statement, despite it being at the very top of the president's speech. Have a look.
During his address at the Naval Academy. The president was born in 1942, graduated from the University of Delaware in 1965. In his address, he said he was appointed to the Naval Academy in 1965. Was he? Was it in 1965?
So I did not hear that part of the speech, so I would have to. Okay, I did. I missed.
A lot of writing about it.
I hear you, Ed. I hear you. I have not. I need to read it myself and just go back and see what you're talking about exactly. I can't speak to it right now.
Yeah, she can't speak to it right now. I don't know. It's all too hard for her. Anyway, I don't know what is scarier, when Biden and his lackeys are lying or when they are not. Now, have a listen to Joe Biden's hand-picked Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, admitting what everyone else has known for months about inflation after being questioned by, of all people, CNN's Wolf Blitzer, someone else who has never shied away from carrying water for the Biden administration.
Is it a mistake, Madam Secretary, to downplay this inflation risk? Did that contribute to the problems we're all seeing right now?
Well, look, I think I was wrong then about the path that inflation would take. As I mentioned, there have been unanticipated and large shocks to the economy that have boosted energy and food prices.
I swear this administration is making the gerontocracy of the old Soviet Union look young and dynamic because, you know, who could have foreseen that printing trillions of dollars and shoving them into the economy in the form of stimulus might, well, reduce the purchasing power of those very dollars, causing wild inflation. Yes, the country is in the very best of hands, and it's so obvious now that even CNN and the Washington Post are taking notice.